find it sweet. Of course you'll find it sweet. Sugar daddy. Of course you'll find it sweet. Of course you'll find it sweet. Of course you'll find it sweet. Sugar daddy. Of course you'll find
Nadia Batson.
Of course you'll find it sweet. Of course you'll
In the morning time.
Sugar daddy.
Oh my.
Of course you'll find it sweet. Of course you'll find it sweet. Of course you'll find it sweet. Sugar daddy.
This is the Equator.
Good production.
Alright, nice and easy. Good morning, SVG. Good morning, world. We inside the Equator. And of course, I'm inside holding it down for ZJ Stumpy, living his best life right now, boy. Stumpy, since Monday, I told you, I asked you, I beg you, to call me, What do you think Stumpy doing right now?
I don't know, man.
What was the line of the jersey you all was going to sell to people?
Anyone enjoys that? Brethren enjoy a vacation.
No, I was asking, like, what was the name of the t-shirt?
Roast up.
Yeah, Mrs. Sir, is you. The issue at hand today is, how do you see life after COVID-19, after the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah,
when it's all done.
I mean, in your own explanation, your own thinking. I mean, how you see it. It doesn't matter what somebody else sees.
Is it safe to say, what do you predict? Like,
how your mind at? I mean, it doesn't matter what your neighbor think or what your friend think. How you see it as in person. I mean, because we all gotta try to channel our mind.
How the things looking? How you think it's gonna look? Is it gonna still be
We have to start to channel our mind into that direction, though. Because
that's all.
We can't be living. We can't want to go back and live the same life that we are accustomed to and used to. There will be a lot of changes. I think that we as human beings have to be aware of that. We can't turn a blind eye to it. We have to understand what is in front of us. We have to also, if you ain't accept it as yet, please, you gotta start to move to that direction, because that's how life is at now. That's how life is right now.
That's how it's gonna be.
And that's how it's gonna be going forward, whether we like it or not. So we asking how you see it, how you picture it after this whole pandemic. Well, whenever it choose to finish, whether 2 years from now, 3 years from now, could be next year, who knows? 5 years.
Whenever they say it's safe.
Whenever they say it's safe to move back, what changes do you see coming? What direction you see the world heading to? And I mean, it's kind of difficult right now for everybody, not just me, not just Simplex, but I think everybody right now is being affected by the whole pandemic.
Yeah,
you think so?
Of course.
That's my belief. I mean, we could be agree to disagree, but that's how it is, and it's not. Everybody not gonna agree on the same thing. Some will agree, some will disagree, but that's how it is. And I oftentimes, when somebody look at me and say, "Boy, there's no such thing as COVID-19," I just ask myself, these people have a money chain in the backyard. These people like thinking in like they thinking good. What is actually in the brain? How they go about the everyday life? Because I can understand you could be living in a world like in the world today, and those are problems that we face.
Bookings cut down.
Well, the whole entertainment industry crash. I see
in Vinci, it's crashed.
Yeah, I see. Well, I've seen a big up my brethren. I won't call his name. I know he probably listening. I see he made a post yesterday, and I was like, seriously, he was. I think the post read something. I'm not gonna quote him. I'm quoting my own term. That saying something like we have to be aware in the Caribbean because it seemed like if they're taking Carnival from the Caribbean and taking it to Miami, right? No. I smile at it because I think where the state is concerned, where the America is concerned, I think all this comes with vaccination rate, right? Even in London. I mean, if London didn't in that high percentage in vaccination, they won't have been some sort of free up. So anyway, that's why I asked the question because we in St. Vincent, I don't think we preach 20% as it.
Probably in the teens.
We're still in the teens.
We can double check.
We will double check. So I mean, while we're looking at the Miami and the London and wherever else, we have to be mindful these places vaccination rate are very high.
Yep. Okay, guys, think about it. How do you see life after the COVID-19 pandemic, like when it's all done? 430104345711043. All right. You think we're gonna see like, oh boy, Yolande had a quarantine.
And this is why we're asking the questions because where quarantine is stand, do you think that we're gonna be living like that in times to come? Because right now, the way I want to go speak for here right now because we're not spike and the quarantine levels are
the protocols are
a bit changed, right? So I mean that's what I'm asking. I mean, going forward, how we see it because this thing changing, we don't know when, we don't know how long. We don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. We only could speculate. I personally see entertainment industry going forward. There's a lot of change.
Yeah,
it's a lot of change. I know somebody asked a question. Are we going to even see Carnival again in St. Vincent? That's a very strong, as simple as it sounds, it's a very deep question.
Do you think?
Not for right now. I don't think we're seeing Carnival for good. Probably another 2-3 years.
Yeah, so check.
Because to me, every decision that you make going forward, it have to be on vaccination. It's going to be on vaccination.
Okay. Somebody is saying good morning. Tell Q Miami vaccinations are not high. The rate is not high.
Okay.
They just open ever since.
But then if you kind of I told somebody the other day 2 days ago if I am a DJ, right, and I don't think I would have been going to Miami.
Why?
Because I think Florida is one of the states that do so much have up the COVID thing like that. And even while New York might be in some strict protocols, I don't think Florida State, I think the governor over there is a whole different. Here he see COVID different. I mean, and it's a whole different ball game over there. And I can't be naive and I can't be going around. Don't be responsible for me. I'm a family.
Okay.
I'm a friends and the people that are around me. So while you making these sort of decisions, you gotta be mindful of your own self, right?
But Q, we have
we could ask the question before you go. We could ask the question: why Miami have Carnival? Is it because they don't also be like the governor? They don't also believe in COVID, or to them? We could speak for London because the reason why London a bit open up because the vaccination rate is high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody here is saying on Facebook, SVG will be at a standstill.
Yeah, no.
If people don't take this thing seriously and do the things that are needed to be done, so the economy can bounce back and get stronger. All right. We have them coming in here, 4301043. The issue at hand right now. How do you see life after the COVID-19 pandemic? is over. Like, when it's all done, it's gone. When we could probably like kiki. You know what I mean, Q? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning, my brother. Morning, Q.
We're going
Morning,
Boaty. Boaty is okay. Boaty is a good man to tell me going on in Florida.
Q, all I could say how I see life, bro. When this is all done, even I will use the word all done. I don't think COVID-19
COVID
is
ain't going
going
nowhere.
anywhere.
Yeah, but the pandemic.
Someday, some life will get back to a normal way. But you always see this. If I make it through, I'm telling you up front, I'm going to be forced to be thankful. Q, you know how many people around me dropped out, died from COVID-19?
Right.
Friends, families, waking up every morning, missing a mother, a brother, a dad, a sister, a auntie, a son, a daughter. And we are still here. That's the first thing we must be grateful and thankful for.
Sure.
That we are still alive in the midst of all what went on with this COVID-19. So when we come to this, I'm telling you, boy, you see, saving, I'm going to be a big saver.
Yeah.
I'm going to save my money as much as I can. I'm not going to be cheap.
Pause it.
Yeah.
These are the answers I'm looking for. How do you manage your life after COVID? Keep on going.
You always see the economy crash, lay off from jobs for a while, and all that stuff. Bro, saving gonna be number one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna live my life more happier. Stop stress about things that doesn't make sense and worried about things. I'm gonna make my life more happier, bro. And I'm gonna start loving people more because I know how it is, bro. Losing a loved one, losing a friend, and you're not here to even make a phone call to them and say, hey, what's up? Where are you going tonight? Where are you going tomorrow?
Sure.
So, loving people more, I'm gonna be there. Saving, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna live my life more happier than before.
Right.
I'm telling you, just because I know I'm alive, I'd make it through this. Q, I'm gonna say is like a man went to war. Those guys that come back from Vietnam, you know how many stories they could tell of their friends, the grudging, their fellow military army guys that didn't make it back.
Right.
It's like you going to a war and you're not too sure if you're gonna come back home to your family. That's how I see COVID-19. So that's just my 2 cents on the program, guys. Anyway, loving it as usual. All right, cool.
Respect.
Boaty, I would like you to add another 2 cents. I know Boaty they in Orlando, Florida. I know he in that area, that part of the world. What is how does the government there sees COVID? Because in terms of Miami Carnival, why you think that there were no Labor Day in that big state, but there were Miami Carnival? Give me your 2 cents on that particular part of it, please.
There was no Labor Day when
There was really no big parade for Labor Day.
Okay.
There were parties, but in terms of the parade, the Eastern Parkway, but Miami had a whole carnival.
Oh,
right. So I would like to know how the government or the governor sees COVID. What is their protocols there? Are there even any at all? I don't know. I mean, I don't be following it. I don't think Miami, Florida State, so deep in the COVID. But I know for sure. I think I could research it again. I think the COVID-19 cases are high. But Boaty, you give me some highlights.
Boaty, big up yourself. Things to take away from what he said. Boy, you see that love part?
We go learn today, no?
Yeah, I'm here for the comments.
We go learn today because
ain't nobody gonna beat me up today, eh?
Right.
Because ain't no back and forth today.
No, there's no back and forth. These are serious.
We just want to hear what's happening, right? And of course, you're gonna hear from me and my DJ.
Of course.
What we think is gonna be like.
Okay, things to take away from Boaty's coming.
You see that love part?
Yes.
You see that love part, boy?
You know,
and that's
it's so sick, right? And it's so sad. So let me know you what that some of these deaths, friend, rest in peace, Felicia. That's my good friend, right? That was my good friend, and you don't see these deaths, and you don't see someday you and these people so tight that, and then because of maturity, you go your way, I go my way.
Yeah.
You know, we see each other for a while, and then, bam, Rest in peace, Javel again. I ain't see Javel in ages, but she was a
She's
good
there,
friend.
she's
She's
there,
there, you
she's
know.
there.
So the thing is, you don't get to see these people as often, but then when they appear to you as a death case, but it hits different, eh?
Hit home.
It hit home.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to my brother in fire again in Lowmans again. There's another good brother in mine. So come back to about the same.
Love.
Love,
Love
in
people.
these times.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing.
Live in love.
Live in love.
Yeah.
Things to take away from COVID. How do you see COVID after? How do you see the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay. Something again to take away from what Borty said. Save.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Why go forward? Let me give. I remember, right, in the first hit we had, the
First
first
lockdown.
spike, it catch me off, yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it catch me off because I think I catch the wall off there and nobody did expect it. The second one, I must say I learned a lot from the first one. Saving was part of my life after the first.
Right?
Yeah, like saving better, like better saving. And then the second one, like we're going on now, I get a chance to save that amount that could keep me going only for a time though.
Until
I mean, we don't do it right. I mean, we were
running on fumes
we
right
were running on fumes, but
right now.
I mean, we had a chance to because the first lockdown was the first went for like 2-3 months, right?
Yeah. Think
Right. So within my mind, but this one going for another 2-3 months. But then now is what? October? 10 months going in now. Okay, since January was all years to now.
Yep.
Right. So your mind, my thinking now gone from that 3 months, now reaching 10 months. I gotta start to think different now. This thing could go on for another 2 years, I don't know. How do you see life after COVID-19 pandemic? There we go again.
Well, Q on that topic. Number one is the vaccination percentage in Florida, Miami especially. The vaccination percentage was very high. All right, there was a lot of debates on if they should still have Juve and all that stuff. And finally, boy, Juve was packed. The parade that day was packed. But remember, it's all on the numbers, bro. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. You see, the governor of Florida, it pays a lot. You see, when you have people who fight and push the vaccination and stuff like that, yes. The only thing I'm telling you that really went down is that in order to enter to the Juve and for the parade and all that stuff, you have to have a PCR test 48 hours before. And most people who taking part in Juve and the parade, you see, we must be fully vaccinated. So a lot of people went forward and they get vaccinated just because they want to play, they want to take part and stuff like that. So once you meet those protocols, everything went smooth.
Okay, good.
Everything went smooth. And there's still some people who were vaccinated and who take the test. They say with the mask. I'm not a lot of people there without mask, but you know how it is. But the percentage of vaccination was very high.
Very high.
Very high. That's why we were able to have parties and stuff like that. And I mean, people from New York, Boston, Canada, all over
the world, man,
for Carnival, and it was well done. I mean, I took some time off from work, bro, and every year I party like an animal, bro. I'm telling you, man. So you know what I mean when I use a phrase, party like an animal. So, yeah, but it's the vaccination rate, man. It was very high. You see, people in St. Vincent, they want to party, they want to go back out to normal life, but they're not vaccinated. So guess what? The government have to do what they have to do. So yeah, so that's the reason, right, man. You know what I mean? So that's just a 2 cents on the answering the question. I hope I answered your question, bro.
Yeah, okay. I get the answer because somebody say Q Miami Florida vaccination rate is high, but you notice now everything to do with Miami Carnival.
Right.
It still comes back to vaccination and PCR testing.
Okay. Nicola inside saying good morning to the king and sugar dumpling. No, the hustler. Right? It is not going to be changed because after COVID, I want to save lots, and stop stressing over silly things. I mean, point. Somebody is saying eventually we will be back to some sense of normalcy, even though it will take a while. A real faith there, man. So wait. In Vinci, right? We look at the vaccination rate, right? In fact, I shouldn't comment on that. We're just looking at COVID itself.
No, I mean
after the pandemic.
At the end of the day, bro.
No. Because listen
to me. At the end of the day, vaccination will eventually come to us.
Yes, but
it's one of the safest way, one of the ways that we are the method we have to use to get back to that sort of numbers.
All right. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, well, go on.
Hey, King.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Just listen to the idea. Very, very important topic for me.
Yes.
How you see life after COVID-19, Rasta?
How me feel like what?
How do you see life after this whole COVID-19 pandemic?
When I go, you how me feel about it. I know this is a crucial situation.
Right.
Very crucial.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, when I look at it, and then some people, as you were saying about I think you mentioned about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the people them don't believe, well, it's something going on amongst them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then don't take it serious.
Right. So how do you see what the question, Q?
How do you see life after? How you see your life after this whole
after
pandemic?
the pandemic is done, and you know?
Well, you know, in every day, no matter this or wherever, me always look for greater in life.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Once God give me life and strength, right?
Do you see any changes?
Well, me see changes every day. You know what I'm saying? It changes about me changing myself to the positive every day. You know?
Okay.
And remember, like Bertie talk about be more loving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the foundation.
Show more Rasta love.
Huh?
Show more Rasta love.
Yeah, the love is the foundation, and we need, you know what I'm saying, the people, them need that. Because more love, then get more knowledge, then go understand what's going on among them. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say, man-made things can destroy people.
Right.
Man-made things can help people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it comes to this kind of crucial situation we're in right now, we got to be really, you know, take things serious and see, well, millions of people die from these things. And this is not a joke thing, you understand? Now, if the people them must say doing the right thing, even though they wasn't say get taking the vaccine, right? And then was give themselves the space like where they're supposed to, ready mass, and we wouldn't be in this high.
Mm.
You know? So the people them take things as joke. Now people are dying from it. And I always say this when fugitive, we always talk about this, Crystal. You know what I'm saying? That St. Vincent is a very small place, my brethren. And you don't go hospital like America and all them places. And when you look at how many people die in a one state alone, you can know St. Vincent just a little place to one of them states in America.
Is that?
You understand? So we have to take this thing very serious, man, and be more conscious between ourselves and respect each other and know that, hey, we all are one, no matter which way.
True.
All right, Rasta.
All right, brother.
Somebody is saying Q about Florida. The governor believes in COVID.
Okay.
But he doesn't think that they should worry about it because it's like a flu. And most people will survive it.
Okay.
I need the governor's take on that. Somebody saying good morning,
That doesn't
good
really
morning.
make too much of sense. Anyway, but let me go again.
I'm not going to take life or anything for granted. It's scary watching people die every day. It's going to take a while for us to get back to normal.
Right.
So, live in love. So, live, love, laugh, and enjoy life while we can.
lasts.
All right? Nothing lasts forever. You know,
True.
tomorrow is not promised, you know.
It never promised.
Boy.
Never promised in anything. It
Yo.
never promised.
Yo, these things like
I want to hear some people from Toronto because I know all over the world. I mean, and the reason I want to hear more from these people outside because we in St. Vincent, we're looking and we're watching what's going on in the world. You know what I mean?
Q.
Hey,
all right.
yeah, we watch and see what's going on in the world today, and then even we as entertainers, we look at Toronto, we look at Montreal, we look at London, UK, we look at America. We see all these events and see all these things happening, but we don't know. Little that we here know that all these things back
But
on
Hina,
the vaccination rate.
something, right? Something to take away from what happened. Something I observed like very closely. Like now, if I could remember, right? We were outside while everyone else was inside. No, correct me.
True.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
But you're right.
Right.
I mean, one of the main reasons why I was doing my online events is because we were actually somewhat outside, but the rest of you all was inside. So
Right.
you get that tension, right?
So guess what?
We inside now.
Somebody say good morning, guys. Life after COVID cannot be the same for me. I have learned to appreciate the little things in life. All right. Don't take your friends and family for granted. That's one thing that COVID taught me.
Sure.
All right. I don't ever want to go to jail. 2 months in NYC apartment. Horrible. I guess that's quarantine.
Yeah, that's quarantine. I remember when the world
Probably isolation.
it could be when they was on lockdown. Who knows?
Yes. Right.
Because I remember when Canada, America was on lockdown. I seen news that people committing suicide and all kind of things.
Yeah, boy,
And
man, no man breaking up,
and
boy.
we don't get it. You can't see anyone. You can't see in your house.
Yeah. Man, no
But
man.
depression is serious.
The
Depression.
depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, being depressed, like, yeah, it can take a toll on you, man. Come on, the whole situation can bring that sort of thing. Really and truly, COVID is not going anywhere.
It ain't good.
We just got to learn to live with it. So I gonna show more love, help who I can help when I can. As Borty said, save, save, save.
True.
Oh, and continue to adhere to the COVID protocol. And don't forget to take your vitamins. Oh, that should be, and continue to adhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your vitamins. All right.
One of the questions I see, like somebody now send me the question to Cho. Like, well, they asked me, you think we're gonna be wearing masks for a very long time? I can't answer that question. I mean, they asked how I see it. I mean, I don't think so, though. But
This one, very, very. Listen, this one, right? Big up Cassandra, Cass in the building. After COVID is over, I see people going about business as usual. I don't see people changing. As for me, I'm hoping for the best for myself. I'm naturally loving, and I show it to who matters. So she see people going about the,
right. Somebody
you know really what hurts, boy. Like, when you I and I was on P2.
right.
You understand?
For short time. For short time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Right.
2 weeks. You understand? And boy, some of the conversations in the vans, boy, I see.
It kind of make you wonder, right?
I saw a man well, I heard him saying, what is happening now is in a movie.
Right.
And because he watched the movie and saw how the movie ended, you understand?
Everything ends up.
He feel he know what's gonna happen. And these are the things that I couldn't. These conversations, boy. They used to, like, if you know me, I would just sit there and like, boy, I just, I itching to say something, but boy,
you know what has hurt me more is when it is people people that
should know better.
should know better.
Yeah. Somebody saying, big up Link Mark saying, bless up Kings. The hustler and the king inside, Yeah. Just want to live more healthy after all this.
That is very important. If your health, I think
Check that diet.
people need to pay more attention to the health because COVID teach you all these things. You know what I mean? Hold on, before somebody saying I am hoping our authorities would rethink how entertainers are going to survive. They seem to have been forgotten during this pandemic. That is true, especially in St. Vincent. Virtual is the way to go for the time being.
Yeah, extreme morning. Yeah,
Morning.
I'm listening to the program and I'm listening to a lot of people share their views, right?
Yep.
And to be honest, this corona thing, it is stressing the country and other countries in the world.
Stressing
But
the world, man.
even the scientists, them, they don't have the proper information about the virus as well. Because if we check it, I mean the common flu that we are accustomed to get and the common cold that we are accustomed to get every year is being abolished. That means we don't have that no more because everything basically right now is corona, right?
Okay. Point.
I hear a guy talking
Go
about
ahead.
being vaccinated, right? There are different vaccines. You understand? You have AstraZeneca, you have Moderna, you have Johnson and Johnson. So you as an individual now, you don't know what to take and when to take because the thing is now, right? Suppose your body don't agree with the AstraZeneca, but it could agree with the Pfizer. You understand? So what I think they should take into consideration is having the person under examination. You understand? Before they give them a particular vaccine, because what is happening is people dying even of the vaccine. You understand? So there's a lot of information that we need to take into consideration before we do certain things.
All right, brethren. Got that, but still.
With all that information, though,
Still-
I want to know how
still-
you see life after this.
Still, we want to know, how do you see life after the COVID-19
pandemic.
pandemic? Yeah. It's like you had we stepping forward.
Mhm.
You know, we stepping forward after all this is done, whether or not
Whether or not you're vaccinated or
You
not,
understand?
we still have to
when
live.
this is done, when we could laugh and
Yeah.
when there was no COVID, we're going back to them days, like when all this is over, when our minds are like free and
Like for instance, right? What 2 weeks ago, me and about 5 to 6 brethren.
mhm.
I was out Calaco this so. And the ring that we had, you could nearly take up the whole of Calaco Park. So I did that. I turned to them guys, I say, watch how we come, eh? We can ourselves in a small place. We have to they like 5 to 6 feet apart, wrong in a circle. And people part there while I show up you watching. I say, what to them guys out there? But that's how we are now. Are we going to be like that 2 years from now? How you see it? How you see it?
Yeah. How do you see it? Put on that, looking at your crystal ball, as they say. Somebody, the unruly squad inside. Q, I'm in Montreal. And if you don't have a vaccine passport, you can't access majority of things you love to do.
So do you see life like that going forward, my brother?
Do you see it happening like that going forward?
That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
What
you think?
happening now? What you see it happening? Do you see Montreal authorities or government, whatever, continue like that? 2 years down, 3 years down. Who knows?
Let's see if this person.
Big up MJ. MJ, go. MJ.
We have 2 voice notes.
Play the first one.
Oh my! I didn't push him up. Okay.
Hey guys, I know you posed the question to Bertie, just in case he didn't answer, because I know he might be at work. The government, I think his name is DeSantis.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
That's
Republican,
Florida.
and even in the heart of COVID, when I think basically we know the whole situation with the Trump thing. He basically followed Trump and his belief for a very long time. So even when COVID was, they were trying to control COVID and was doing a good job, a lot of people from down south, which is mostly Republicans, they wasn't doing what the CDC proposed, and that's caused a lot of spikes and stuff like that. Well, DeSantis, which is the Florida government, the state of Florida, he decided to open back up, and even after a while, decided face mask wasn't mandatory. But so it all is like everything was chaotic, but he just opened back up the state. So
Yeah.
even like you see New York, they didn't have anything, just like a parties like you say, but not on Eastern Parkway, because the government there had to have a different view. So it all depends on governments in different states how they view it. So that's why you see Miami could have the carnival, because the Santos look at it like, you know what, open up back everything. So that's why you see the Miami carnival. The thing that you said, somebody mentioned about they taking it to Miami. No, that's not it. It just happened that the governor just decided to open up back the state. No matter what the consequences, we're gonna have COVID anyway. So they didn't. He act as if he really didn't care. That's why you see Miami had its carnival.
Right.
All right. It's not Miami taking over anything.
Okay.
So I guess he just answered the question that I asked. But
Somebody is saying good morning, Extreme. Sadly, Corona is something we have to live with. This won't go away. It's a virus. Virus don't go away. You always have to find a way to live with them. Okay. So, how are you gonna live with them?
somebody say, guys, that's a broad question. For children, everything might resort to remote only.
Right.
Jobs might be on a standstill.
I work from home. But after the pandemic is over, I mean, that is happening now.
Remember me and you, and we all know COVID ain't going anyway. So even the pandemic say stop.
Right.
We still have COVID for dealing, right?
Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Nothing this, sir?
Yeah, Equator, good morning. Let me tell you the truth. You see, after all this finish and done and over, what I will really like is to travel to St. Vincent and the Grenadines more often. All right, big up all yourself. Let's big up the boy Killer.
Yeah, he coming along time.
We locked down
And the stick over there can't come now.
Big up yourself, Simplex. And big up yourself, Q.
Well, go on,
Killer one more time out of Chomoka.
Chomoka. Uh-huh.
I think it's gonna last, because in Toronto now, I think it's gonna be a mandatory for be vaccinated for do everything, because now you can't go to the restaurant or restaurants, or you can't be working without be fully vaccinated. And the law passed, if by November 1st you must be fully vaccinated. And at my workplace, if you're not fully vaccinated by November 1st, if you have your first dose, you're gonna be laid off without pay. And you can't work, you can't go on EI, you can't get sick days, you can't do vacation, and you can't do disability. You have to be off until you're fully vaccinated. And if you're fully vaccinated by the 30th of October, it has to be 2 weeks within the vaccine. So even though you get the vaccine before the 30th of October, you still gonna get laid off, and you can't work unless you have the fully vaccine and at least 2 weeks. So I think this is gonna go on for a while, for maybe 2 years, until everybody the COVID is under control and the numbers are really low. If the numbers are not really low, it's maybe go on for more than maybe 2-3 years.
So in Toronto, we're safe to say life after COVID is gonna be all about vaccination. Because if it done being mandating right now, I mean,
okay, here is one. Good morning, guys. COVID-19 would be like AIDS. It will never go away. It will be right there to remind you all the time. That's how I look at it.
I think I hear you mention that one time when we have a little
it's gonna be around. But let me see.
DJ Q, good morning to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, especially the Grenadines, Beckway. Beckway Massive, the Bino family, the Adams family, the Olivier family. Just want to reach out to say blessed good morning to you guys. Q, just a word of wisdom here. I hope it might make sense to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But most importantly, we need to put God first.
Right.
Putting God first is the most important thing in life. When you get up in the morning, you gotta wake up and look into the mirror and say, thank you, God, for another day of life.
True.
Everything in life happens for a reason. That reason can cause hurt. Sometimes it's hard. But in the end, it might be for the best. The most important thing, never stop trusting God. always believe in his plan, and we'll get out in the end. And I also want to reach out and say, my condolences to David Cato, his family. His life was cut short, but I know he's gone to the other side. We go way back when, very decent guy. Also, I'm in Florida, and the governor here in Florida, he don't really believe in too much a mandate when it comes to COVID. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. The governor has all rights to believe what he believes. But at the end of the day, when you wake up in the morning, you look into the mirror, that person you see in the mirror is yourself. So you got to go out there, protect yourself, your family, and make sure everybody is safe. So just wanted to touch people at St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Please go out there and get the vaccine. Don't be stupid. If you guys want to open back up, have fun, have carnival, just go out there, get the vaccine. It's important. Thank you, guys. Very good topic.
Thank you very much, sir. And it brings that, I like it, and that brings it back to when I mentioned a while ago. I, as DJ Q, I don't think I would have taken the risk and gone to Miami for Carnival. It doesn't matter how much money I would have been making. Okay. I know someone you might say, "Oh, Q only saying so now," but that is me, because if I know. I just follow the news. I know the government there doesn't really, solely like protocols so I know. But at the end of the day, while you're making money, I don't want to be there and have to be thinking, boy, I wonder if I catch a sting, boy, and if I, you know what I mean? I don't think it's safe. That's just me.
I think I like this one here, right? I think I have a real answer, short, real one, and a good reason,
and deep.
Yeah,
right.
Listen to this one.
Let me hear it.
I think it will be rough. It will be a rough road for all, especially if you lost loved ones.
True. Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. Very deep. Read it again.
It will be a rough road for all, especially if you lost
someone.
Loved ones, yeah.
That is true.
Trust me, boy.
This one. Before you go. Right now, I'm witnessing. I'm praying that. Right now, I'm only praying that I make it to see life after COVID. Secondly, I won't be taking my life or love for granted at all. COVID ain't going nowhere. It will be treated like the next tuberculosis. So I feel everything would go back to the same. Just mean I feel the vaccine card will be the passport. Well, they say to your own country, but to the world. I change it up to the world.
Okay.
So they're seeing it as the COVID passport, the vaccine passport will be the next step.
Hey, no, it's getting closer. It's 6 minutes before we shut it down. We have one more.
Before you play that one, hold on. Since most people struggling financially during the pandemic, I would love to see employers implement an emergency deduction from their employee paycheck, which you will be able to access in times like this.
So that's like putting something in the kitty.
Wow. You want to hear it again?
Yeah, go again.
Since most people struggling financially during the pandemic, I would love to see employers implement an emergency deduction from their employee paycheck.
Right.
Which will you be able to access in times like these? Meaning, take a little something. Basically, put something in a kitty. Will come in from your paycheck. Not bad though.
Yeah, guys, and my contribution to the question is Boti mentioned quite a few of the things that I would have talked about, but I think in every pandemic or in every situation that the world give attention to, things change. Some jobs are being lost, and some jobs you get new openings for jobs and stuff like that. I think when you look at the whole situation, I decided to make a change. Well, my change was already in the works, but so it just happened to, I just happened to look at everything in like, I'm glad I was thinking about making this decision, and it's a lifelong decision for me. The decision that I make, I'm in the process of really completing it and stuff like that. Talk about loving people. Yeah, because today we're here, tomorrow we're gone, and people have their choices, and that's the thing. Sometimes we can't listen to a person because we look up to that person or we admire that person. A lot of time these people are not right. We as human beings, we have our own heart, we have our own understanding, and if we're not educated enough, we have something called grammata, common sense. Let's use our common sense, you understand, and let it sometime direct us, because we're seeing the people that passed away. I have a guy me and he trained together as a police. I didn't know where the guy was until he died. I didn't even know he was in the police force. I coming home all the time. Brother, I cry tears for the man because it's a guy that I did like when we even throw training. Calm and collected guy, you know what I mean? And I lose that guy never even saying hello in 30 something years.
Wow.
I really feel for that situation. You know what I mean? So you could save your money just the same, because you never know what's gonna happen. Go back to the soil. Dread. Go back to the soil, because the same thing. If you have a piece of land, plant something on the land.
True.
Because you never know.
Never know.
You know what I mean? And that's the way I see it. Things are gonna change. Things are gonna get better. If you watch 9/11 for a period, things was shaky, but things get back to normal until another pandemic, which is this one, happened. So we as human beings, we have to look at ourselves, and sometimes we have to make conscious decision. Talk to people. Don't watch kids on the street and just look at them. And you as a man can say something and don't say something, bro. Say something. Talk to the youth. I'm telling you, the problem with us is that we don't talk to the youth and stuff like that, and we watch them just waste away and you shake your head still and say, I knew that was going to happen. But you didn't say anything.
Sure.
This pandemic should make us start to reevaluate our life and see how we deal with people. Love your neighbor, man. Talk to your neighbor. Don't pass them on the street like you don't know them. A hi, a hello could bring a conversation, and you can save a life, even in this time. That's how I see it. I hope it brings positive change after all this.
Right? Kind of straighten what M just said. I think I say it in Upward many times. If we ain't learned anything from this pandemic, something wrong. If you as an individual didn't learn anything from this pandemic, something definitely wrong.
What could be wrong? But you see, from these two guys, what's the other one? Borty.
And
you see, the thing is to turn up the love level.
Yeah, and then that is it right there, because you don't know at any time the way this whole thing going. You could lose anybody.
No, it's so strange that for some strange reason, we know COVID is around. You understand?
Right.
And what really, I don't want to say it makes sense, but what has happened, I've been losing people during this time,
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, you tell me about
family members,
family members, yeah.
Ain't really directly COVID, One of my cousin was murdered, you understand? But
right.
You know what I mean? Yo, it's everything mixing one,
Everything mixing one.
Wow. The pandemic comes with a lot of things, boy. Anyways, Q.
So I have a final one. Somebody's sharing going on in Canada. By the end of this month in Canada, you won't be able to get on the train or plane. That means internationally or domestic if you aren't double vax. Tourists are coming to your land. But we want to know that we will be safe when you get there. We are now in an pandemic and we will be living with this virus for some time. Vincent need to demand from the plan for the future, right? But Vincent should also need to do what they have to do in order to protect themselves.
Okay. So for those of you who said those responses like the vaccine this and the vaccine that, you can just make a comment on the topic, the picture, send it to your to the WhatsApp. Send it to the Instagram or Facebook, because in reality, some people we had some responses from some anti-vaxxers. They totally left the issue at hand. And I know, but you see me when I come to deal with the issue at hand, I'm like sticking to the issue at hand. So if I ask, how you see life after the COVID-19 pandemic? Answer that. Don't tell me, oh, nobody ain't taking this and nobody ain't taking that.
We ain't ask all that. How you see life?
You understand?
But life gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna take a while to recover.
Yes. It's gonna be real
financially, and even it's because
look at it this way, right? We are struggling financially right now. How long does it take for you to get back to that level of thinking that you're on par financially?
Like you're breaking even.
Yeah, how long would it take you?
Depends on how deep you went.
But you're the deep right now. Fumes are running part.
Yeah.
So how long would it take you? It's gonna take you at least 5 to 6 months.
Months.
Well, and then to
catch up. You're talking about?
Well, I ain't say for the good. I say for be like okay. You feel okay. You know what I mean? You say, all right, I could pedal the cricket down the road.
Yeah.
It could take a long time.
Guys, my thing is make sure love everybody.
Yeah.
When this is all over, show some love. Hug your brother. Live loving, man.
No, it's not the time to live in
live loving. Put away the beef.
Yeah.
You understand? And live loving, because here what happening, Q. It's really like a blessing sometimes. I could walk in here and see you in a brethren.
Of course.
The way how people, the rate at which people are like disappearing, like dropping out. You understand?
Fast.
It's like you got up a Sunday and then you hear, hey, somebody gone.
You know when this whole thing hit me a bit different. It was last week Friday. Friday. Not Friday gone, week before Friday. When we had the 5 deaths like one day, I was like, wow. We ain't good. we really gotta think. We gotta put on that thinking cap and try to analyze things and try put yourself in that position. So when that time comes around,
to add a little,
once you're alive, you reap the benefit.
To add a little humor, right? I was scrolling on Facebook and I want to look back for that thing though. I have a habit where I don't really, I have a lot of people like, okay, sometimes you see something come on your timeline and then you just scroll. But while scrolling, that is probably the day before. So you had to scroll and I could never find back that. You understand? So I saw a meme from a funeral home in Jamaica.
Wait, see.
Get the vax or we coming for you.
But that means that we got it.
Hey, we gotta
go, man. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the Facebook viewers. We're back here tomorrow again. I mean, sometime we gotta get these serious discussion, people.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
that's all we is, and I mean that's all we at XG. We kicks, we jokes, and there are times we gotta be serious.
Little seriousness. Yeah. You understand?
We go like that, we could discuss these kind of things too. I mean,
yes.
And we have to talk about them. We can't turn a blind eye, we can't turn a deaf ear, alright?
It's what's affecting us.
Yes.
Right now.
So
it's
see you all
the issue
tomorrow.
at hand.